Hey, hi, this is Admin from Admin 365, and in this video, we'll see how we can create a SharePoint site and start uploading file without the need of an admin. So let's get started. So for us to create a SharePoint site, we have to simply open any browser. I will choose a incognito window of a browser and then go to portal.office.com. This is a direct URL for Microsoft 365 web portal, and then sign in with the user account. No need to sign in with an admin account. Once you are signed in, you simply have to click on the 9 dots on the top, which is called as App Launcher. You should see all the services which your account is licensed for. So for now, I can see SharePoint here. I will simply click on SharePoint. This is not an admin version of a SharePoint site. This is just a user portal where you can simply create new sites. So this is all the sites which I am following, and this is all the recent site which I have interactions with. And on top I have the option to create a site. I will click on create site, and then I get an option to create a team site or a communication site. You can see the differences of what they provide on the bottom here. This is more like a web portal where everyone can see what is happening across the company, and this is more like a private space where you want to just upload the file and share it with specific members only. We'll click on team site, and there are multiple templates which you can choose from. I will select the basic one, standard one, and you can see all the features which are available. We'll click on use template on the bottom and we'll give it a name. You can give it a name as per your company, as per your department, or as per your group. You can give it a description, and it should show that it is available. Then only you can create it, because every site is unique in a particular environment. Once it is green, it will show you the complete URL which it would be after it is created. So this part is by default for every site in the organization. Only the last part is changed. So for your, it will have the company name.sharepoint.com slash site slash the name which you are providing. We'll simply hit next, and you can select the option if you want public or private settings for this site. We'll click on private only, since we want to share it to specific users only. We'll click on create site, and now it is asking us to add members to the site. We can then make them owner as well. But for now, let's see if I can add a few. Add myself, add a new person. So from the drop down, I can choose between owner and member. For my account, I will keep it as owner and others as member. We can have multiple owners as well. We'll click on finish, and they should now get an invite stating that they have been added to a SharePoint site, and they will have a link to it as well, where they can simply click on link and access this. If you want to design it further, you can do that so as well. For now, this is the site which is created, and you can see all the members within the site on the top right. So conversation is basically mailbox which is created at the backend. So anytime you create a team site, it creates a group mailbox at the backend. The group mailbox has a SharePoint site attached to it. It has a mailbox attached to it as well, which has 50 GB of storage. So for now, if I click on conversation, it should take me directly to the groups section, and all the mails of the group should be visible here. This is a document library where I can upload, create files, and share it with the colleagues as well. And this is a OneNote notebook which is attached to the SharePoint site itself. This is pages for the SharePoint site. You can have home page, different pages, all of which are available here. Site content is a page where you can see everything there, including documents, OneNote, and everything which you create will be appearing in site content. All the information, all the pages within the site itself, or the images within the sites, or the files which I upload in the document would be visible in site contents as well. And the recycle bin is the place where you can simply restore all the files from. If you delete a file from the document library, it will go into the recycle bin. So now we'll go to the document section. We simply have to click on create or upload. I can choose a file or folder from the computer to upload it from, or I can simply create a new file or template from the options available. So for now, I will upload a few files from my computer itself. I will select the file and click on open. It will select all of them and upload it at once. As you can see, all the three documents are uploaded and are visible here, and all the three members would be able to see and edit and even delete the files which are available here. So this is how you can upload a file here. If in case someone deletes the file, by selecting it and clicking on delete on the top, it will go to the recycle bin, which is on the left side. So if I go to the recycle bin, I should see the file available here, and I can simply click on it and click on restore to restore it. If in case the file is not visible here and it has been multiple days since it was deleted, I can simply go to a second stage recycle bin, which is hidden at the bottom, and then try to see if the file is still present there. Or if someone comes in here and deletes the files from here as well, it will not get deleted permanently yet. It will go to the second stage recycle bin. And here you can see the file here. If I simply select it and restore it, it would be restored to its original place where it is here. So the process of recycle bin is, once you delete it, it goes to the recycle bin. It stays there for 30 days, and then it goes to the second recycle bin where it stays there for 60-ish days, and then it gets permanently deleted unless you have a hold on the SharePoint site. A hold is basically a retention hold where it preserves all the files even if the user deletes it. It is done from the admin side. If in case you want to remove anyone as a member, you simply have to go to the members tab on the top and then click on the drop down besides them and click on remove from group. If you want to promote them, you can do that as well. Only an owner can promote a member. A member cannot promote a different member as a owner. If you want to add member, you simply have to click on add member and add them from here as well. So this is how you can create a SharePoint site using your own account without any admin intervention. You can share it with your colleagues. You can add them as member. You can create notebook within it. You can have Outlook conversation. You can upload files. You can delete files. You can collaborate with others which are added as a member. You can add and remove members as well. So do let me know if you have any question. You can drop it in the comment section, and you have a nice day.